Welcome, twisted viewers, to another episode of Johnny Blaze's Twisted Tales. In today's story, falling on deaf ears, we follow Tara, a courthouse worker who stumbles upon a horrifying town secret that's not easily defeated. Get ready for a tale of suspense, bravery, and the fight against unimaginable evil. Tara Foster had worked at the Haywood County courthouse for nearly a decade. Her job in the Registry of Deeds was routine, organizing property records, maintaining birth and death certificates, and assisting the occasional genealogy enthusiast. Tara found comfort in the predictability of her work. Little did she know, her life was about to take a drastic turn. One afternoon, Tara noticed something peculiar. Several birth records with no corresponding death certificates. Names like Eleanor Woodhouse, born in 1894, or Jacob Morgan, born in 1876. Tara confided in her friend and colleague, Stacy, who worked in the county records office. Stacy found a photograph from 1893 showing a town festival. Among the crowd, Tara recognized faces that belonged to names in her files, and those faces haven't aged in over a century. While investigating, they stumbled upon a weathered book hidden in the courthouse attic. The book was filled with symbols and morbid illustrations. It told a tale of an ancient ritual practiced by a secret society within Haywood County. This group had discovered a dark method to achieve immortality by consuming the ears of children. The grotesque revelation left Tara and Stacy horrified. The horrific secret had been carefully guarded so the perpetrators could blend into society unnoticed. Tara and Stacy began to identify members of this secret society. These individuals held positions of influence within the community, doctors, teachers, and even local politicians. The very fabric of Haywood County was intertwined with this dark conspiracy. One evening, while walking home from the courthouse, Tara noticed she was being followed. She quickened her pace, only to see a shadowy figure trailing her. Panicked, she hid in a crowded cafe, realizing she had to be more cautious. Tara and Stacy gathered evidence, compiling documents, photographs, and testimonies from old records, and alerted Sheriff Collins. With the sheriff's support, they organized a town meeting. Nervous, Tara revealed the dark secret of Haywood County. Gasps and murmurs filled the room as she presented the evidence. As the sheriff stepped forward to confirm Tara's claims, members of the secret group, realizing their exposure, unleashed an attack to silence Tara and anyone who stood in their way. Suddenly, Tara found herself face to face with the ageless Eleanor Woodhouse. Eleanor's eyes burned with determination as she lunged at Tara. She hit Tara with the force of a meteor, sending Tara crashing up against the wall. Tara reached for the old book and Eleanor kicked Tara in the ribs and grabbed it. Instinctually, Tara grabbed a broken flagpole that had hung on the wall where she had crashed and in agonizing pain jumped to her feet, staggering side to side. Summoning all her courage, Tara managed to knock Eleanor in the head with the broken flagpole, knocking her to the ground, grabbing the ancient book from her grasp. Tara began to read the book and a gust of wind swirled through the room, and the attackers were thrown back, their screams echoing in the chaos. The attackers' power was stripped away, and the townspeople stared in shock as everyone in the society began rapidly aging. Tara continued to work at the courthouse with a newfound purpose. She ensured that every record and document was meticulously maintained, knowing the importance of keeping order. One night, as Tara was locking up the courthouse, she noticed a faint glow coming from the attic. Suddenly, she saw the ancient book open on the floor, pages fluttering despite the still air. The symbols on the page began to rearrange themselves, forming a new message. Immortality is not so easily defeated. You will need more than mere words to defeat us. Now all of Haywood County will pay for your meddling." Tara realized the battle might have been won, but the war was not over. The ancient evil had merely been weakened, not destroyed. Tara knew she had to act fast. She remembered the birth certificates, those names without death records. The answer had been in front of her all along. Official records. Tara burst into the records office. Her hands shook as she fed blank death certificates into the old printer. She started with Eleanor Woodhouse. As the first death certificate finished printing, there was a sudden, eerie silence. Then, a scream echoed from across town, followed by a thud. Tara realized with a mixture of horror and relief that it had worked. Eleanor was no more. Frantically, Tara printed out death certificates for every name she had found. With each one, another scream echoed, vanishing them into the ether, their immortality stripped away by the power of bureaucracy. The courthouse fell silent, the last scream fading into nothingness. Tara was hailed as a hero, and while the scars of the past would never fully fade, the children of Haywood County could once again play in the streets without fear, thanks to Tara's bravery. Thank you for joining us on this twisted tale. I guess curiosity didn't kill the cat this time. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Johnny Blaze's Twisted Tales. Until next time, stay curious and keep your ears open for the unknown.